All right, we're going to be learning how to put a market snapshot together for a potential client. So once you log into HAR, you're going to click on Fusion for now. Of course, the next step is to learn Matrix, and we'll cover that once we get there. But for now, you're going to log on to HAR. This is what you're going to see. Actually, you will see the home page, which looks just like this. What you're going to do is you're going to click on search, and you're going to want this drop-down menu to expand. Sometimes it only has 2 or 3 options, and that's because it hasn't finished loading yet. So give it a few seconds, and then you'll see this option. You're going to click on single family, since that's what we're going to be dealing with, and Allen's quick comp search. So I've already set up some of the parameters for you. You don't have to go out there and invent it yourself. So here's what you're going to get. Give it 1 second to load. All right, and now once it's loaded, what you're going to be doing is going ahead and using the pin to find the property. So we're just going to use a random property, one of the ones that we're actually working on this month. We're going to pull it up, 5659 Hazen. If it doesn't pull up down here in the menu, just add more information. Hazen Street, Houston, Texas 77081, whatever it is, just to make it more easy to search. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll in, and I'm using my mouse wheel to be able to scroll in. Of course, you can always use the buttons here. I'm scrolling in so I can see the area that the property is in. Now, normally when I'm pulling comparables, I'm only looking at the specific neighborhood that the property is in. So I would normally only be looking at the neighborhood here without crossing any major streets to give me an idea on what this property could be worth. Now, what we're doing is different. We're pulling a market snapshot. So for the market snapshot, I want to know what's happening in the general area. I'm going to use the radius tool. I'm going to scroll over or just go right beside where my house is at. And I'm going to go out approximately a quarter mile. Now, I went out a little bit further, and I went out because I wanted to grab as much of the space that I normally would have used as possible. If it picks up additional properties, see kind of how it picked up these other ones, it's okay. It's not that big a deal. We just want to make sure that we give an idea on what's happening in that general area. We could do about a quarter mile. If it goes over, like I said, it's okay. Now, a couple of things that you'll notice here. The status I've already picked out for you. These are the status that we want to look at. Active, option pending, pending continue to show, pending, and closed, most important. Okay, leave the other stuff alone, freestanding, that's what we're looking for, unless it's a different type of property. If it's, you know, a patio home or any of the other types that are here, then you may need to change that. So most of the stuff you're dealing with, single family, freestanding, this is already done for you. You need to find out if it has a pool. To find that out, you need to either ask or scroll over Real List Tax Search. It's going to pull up the next window here. You're going to type in the address, it'll come up, and then you're going to see whether it has a pool by just looking at what's below the exterior here. So where it says exterior, normally if it has a pool, it'll be labeled pool right underneath before year built. Okay, this one doesn't have a pool, so we're going to keep going forward. Now, it's important for you to change the closing date. This is very important, so make sure. We're only going to go back approximately 6 months. We can go back a little further if necessary, only if there's not enough information or potential comparables being pulled up. All right, so we've gone back approximately 6 months. All right, and then we're going to click on details. Okay, this is where we get a chance to see what properties are available. So we see that there are properties active as little as 279 and as high as 649. There's one pending for 296, 2,000 square feet. And then there's properties that have sold for as little as 175 and as high as 510. And hey, look at that. Whose property is that? Well, that happens to be one of our listings. It looks like we set the highest comp in the area here in the last 6 months. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all. Now, normally when you're pulling comparables, just on a side note, you would actually pick out the properties that are most like your subject property. We're not doing that. We're providing a market snapshot. Market snapshot is different, right? Because we're giving them an idea on everything that's happening. So we're going to click on all of them. Excuse me. Looks like Bank of America kicked me out there. All right. And what we're going to look at is everything that's here. We're going to click on print or email. And if you email, you're going to send them directly from my name. So I don't recommend that. You want to send them as if they were you. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on print. Okay, and then selected properties is automatically selected. That's what you want. The next part is reports. You're going to unclick the agent one page and scroll down to buyer short. This is going to give them a quick description of each one of the properties. Okay, then we're going to go down to default map view and quick CMA. Now, you'll get a chance to see what these are like by clicking on Save as PDF. You get the chance to name it, 5659 Hazen Market Snapshot Report. Okay, and then it gives you a choice on PDF quality. Just either one of those works. Don't choose high because it does give you too big of a file. Okay, let's go ahead and let it pop up. All right, and this is the result. So it gives you a description of all of the properties. Now, notice that when we changed it from agent report to buyer report, it took out the contact information for the other listing firms, and that's important. We don't want to give them ammo to go out and call other listing firms, right? It says their name, but it doesn't have their actual listing number or phone numbers or any of that stuff. All right. In something like this, you would want to obviously enhance the fact that we listed the highest selling comp. This gives you an edge. You won't always have this possibility, but when it's there, it's nice to be able to point it out. Okay. The next part is the actual map of all the comparables that we pulled up, and then a list showing where we found them. They were in the general area. And the last but not least, this is your CMA summary. This is generally what all realtors will send. And this shows you what's active, what's pending, what's sold, and then a general breakdown of all of them, giving you a minimum, an average, list price, and then your maximum in the last 6 months, of course. All right. So that gives you an idea on how to put together a quick market snapshot. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. What you're going to do is you're going to find this file in your downloads, and you're going to create your email, attach the file, and go ahead and send that out. And of course, don't forget to call, follow up, and ask if there's any questions that they may have, and if an agent needs to call them to explain that to them. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a great day.